Hi, it's Greg Schnell, and I'm here with your Daily 5. I want to start off with Netflix. Beautiful chart here breaking out to the upside after a year and a half long consolidation. They've started to move into gaming, which I think is the underpillar for this breakout to new all-time highs today. With that, that tells us that there's something changing in the stock, something that hasn't been going on for the last year and a half. It's that change that I think makes this a worthy view. And even with the market selling off down 4% roughly in September, we can see Netflix is holding up very strongly. So the relative strength shown in purple is improving here. It continues to outperform. I like the way that trend line is changing. So it was underperforming for over a year and now it's started to outperform. The scooter ranking is back up above 75 as the stock charts to break out to new all-time highs. So that just looks very bullish to me. I really like it. Now, it's still in the tech space, but I'd say it's more in the home entertainment communication services. It's in the gaming. It's in the in that kind of broader model. And with all of that, I think, again, even if tech was to pull back or whatever, I think Netflix sits over here on its own area as streaming content, but in this case, developing content and also building out their games business. So all of that adds up to me to be a pretty nice looking chart. The next one I've got is a little small tiny oil and gas company that I think has lots of opportunity to move to the upside. Oil and gas has a whole bunch of things going on with it right now. Oil's trying to push above its prior highs at $76, and we'd like to see that push up into the $80, $85 level over the next month or two. As that starts to happen, I think what you're going to see on these names is they literally will start popping to the upside. And the main reason for that is we're going to have some significant tightness in energy supply in North America. I've been writing about that recently, so you can read that on the Chart Watchers newsletter as well as on the Canadian Technician blog. So I think energy is a real big theme here coming through the next few charts. This Vista Oil and Gas, you can see the full stochastic turning back up here. Its relative strength is at 18-month highs. That's really nice. Price action has broken out to new 52-week highs. Lots of volume coming into the stock here to start warming it up. So I picked a small cap name with a little bit of leverage here just to get you warmed up. I want to make sure that the opportunity for the upside is there. Again, I'm expecting a really strong response out of energy, so that's kind of where I want to go with this. Now, Conoco Philips is a giant, obviously. This stock is particularly unique. They sold a whole bunch of assets in Canada 4 years ago, and when they did so, they actually retained a portion of the profits if crude moved above $52. So even on assets they no longer own, they're getting a piece of this pie. I think that program is still in place. That's just crazy. Anyway, I think that goes on into mid next year. So that's just another little boost for this one. But you can see the relative strength here is at new 52-week highs. So that's very nice to see. And looking at the chart, the price action's just breaking out above prior multi-year resistance. So this looks like it's up and away. Look at the volume coming in here. This thing is doing 50 million shares a week, 10 million shares a day, rocking it to the upside. So when you see a big trend like this, I think it's really important to just get in early and wait for the trend to develop. In this case, it's as it's starting to break out. I've been writing about it for a month. Hopefully, caught some of those articles, but I still think we're just getting started here. This move is literally just going to start to pull away. And then when we look at the energy picture, I want to talk a little bit about some ideas around that. One of the things that's happening is natural gas on the other side of the world is a lot more expensive than it is in North America. So the LNG tankers are going to try and take as much natural gas as they can out of the country. By doing that, that's going to make our natural gas markets a little bit tighter. And the second problem we have is with the low reservoir levels in the hydro dams in Western USA and Canada, where we actually have, I think it's estimated to be 14% less energy output from those dams. So with the dam slowing down significantly, that that also has to be made up by some other power source, either natural gas or generators or whatever, to do that. So that's either natural gas power or diesel power for generation on top of buildings and that kind of thing. All of that leads me to believe that this power crisis that we're seeing in some parts of the world is going to expand. We've seen it in California. They're asking for natural gas generators. We've seen it in Texas in the summer. We're probably going to see it in the Northeast heading into the fall. So we've got lots of different things coming at us here to kind of support this trade generally. My next trade is in the theme of energy, but a little bit different. This is Lithium Americas, and what this company does is they make lithium to be used in car batteries or in storage. And so what we want to notice here is this stock is making a really nice cup with handle, pretty much setting up for the full year. And to me, it looks like it's on its way out of town here, wants to get going and take off. The relative strength's improving all the time. Notice how compressed the scale is getting over here. That tells us that this stock is really, really moving. When it was $2.50 a year ago and now it's in the $30 range. This is quite a move. So want to see this stock start to turn and burn higher. It's breaking the little downtrend on the daily chart. And the volume's coming in here. Again, I think if we're moving into all of these energy sources, one of the big areas to play in is going to be batteries. So I think that's a real nugget for us to look at. My last chart is Sunpower, and what Sunpower has, I picked it a month ago as well, and it hasn't made any move, hasn't broken down, hasn't broken out. But the big thing I think that's going on here is all of these charts are starting to align to a big fourth quarter surge for power. It's going to be the wind, the solar, the batteries, the electric vehicles, all of those car charts, BMW, Daimler, Toyota, Ford, GM, Tesla, all those charts are setting up quite nice. We're seeing some movement from Lucid and some of the other ones. They're setting up, getting ready for a big surge. So they're not giving away as much margin on the cars they are selling. So they're making some money there. But the second component of it is they're all charging more for their electric products. And if they can get that margin, that'll dramatically increase. So I think BMW said they were going to make quite a bit extra. I think it's that whole clean energy, even the older energy, anything related to coal or nuclear, all of these things have big upside. The charts look very well set up. So in this particular case, in Sunpower, I just took one of the solar companies. We could have used First Solar, but it broke out last week. The charts are really trying to turn up. This one's making new 7-week highs this week while the indexes are pulling back. Full stochastic looks like it's ready to turn and burn above the 20% level. So that looks good. My PPO is about to give us a cross here to the upside, so that'd be another signal I'd like. And again, I just think that with the global energy demand, we're going to start to see some real push from these power companies to try and get some juice in the power lines. Okay, so if you liked some of these ideas, I've got a whole bunch of other things to talk about, but I wanted to give you some trading ideas this week. My Schnell Strength Index is currently at 10%, and that just says that basically we have very low momentum, and the market is struggling to find its footing. I think if you read my articles and my Market Buzz from earlier in the week, that's what I mentioned. So anyway, if you're interested in everything we've got over at gregschnell.com, you can go to gregschnell.com/explore and search around 2-week free trial. Go in and take a look at what's there. Thank you for taking the time to join me. Have a great week and enjoy the fourth quarter. Bye-bye.
Hey, Grayson Rose here with StockCharts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, consider giving it a like down below, maybe leave us a comment, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe at the link up above. We're going to bring you daily content from an incredible collection of technical analysts and financial experts.